Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Farming Simulator 2022. This is our first day on the farm, and with that we've got a bit of a tutorial to go through. So I thought I'd have a go at doing this tutorial. We're going to plough a field, we're going to hire contractors, we're going to cultivate, we're going to sow some seeds. And at that stage, sort of the tutorial is going to end, but it's quite important to find out exactly what sort of things we need to do and how the game sort of brings you along. So here's my top liner combine harvester. Look at all that in that, great. Let's get in. Pressing the C key allows you to go inside the combine harvester. Look at that. So it might be a little bit easier to sort of like guide it from this sort of first person's view. And if I move my head, you can see there's my speedometer as well. So I'm not using any joysticks or anything like that. What I'm doing is I'm currently just using the keyboard and mouse, nice and easy. We are going to attach the tool bit for the combine harvester. There you are, it's attached. What we're going to do now is we are going to unfold the harvester, and if we go to a different view you can see what it's going to do. Right, so unfolding it is the X key. There you are, it's all unfolded. We're going to lower the head, which is V, and if we look around here, see, there's my farmer. He's all ready to go. We can turn on the harvester. Blades are moving. Okay, now everything's done. We're ready to go. Right, so go back in, C key. Make sure we're all set up. And look at that. We're combine harvesting. Now, I've found the AI workers to be less than precise. You know, you want to get a nice sort of like combined field. You know, you want to reap all the wheat that we're currently harvesting. So that's good stuff. So that's what we're doing. There you go. Look, we are doing our thing. And at any stage of this, what you can do is you can say, right, I'm going to hire an AI worker to do this, or you can do it yourself if you really want to do it yourself. So it all kind of depends on what you're doing. So we've reached the end of that one particular thing. We're going to lift the head up. And then we're going to circle around. Line up again. And then we're going to plough. We're going to harvest the rest and hopefully not miss anything. So lower the head. And away we go. Just straighten up a bit. There you go. Look at that. We are harvesting wheat. It is that easy. Now what you can do is, you might think, right, okay, that's what we got to do. Let's get an AI worker in to help out with that. So you can press H and hire an AI worker. H for that. And then you've got a worker doing this. It's all kind of hands-free. Press E gets you out, and there's your AI worker doing its funky thing and ploughing the field. So while that's happening, we've got another field over here on our acreage. Look at that. The guided tour here as well. We can say OK. Look at this. Look at that lovely tool there. Look at that. Whoa, it's fantastic. If we enter that vehicle, this really is good. We can attach it. Q. All right. Move back a bit, back a bit, back a bit. Q to attach. This is a seeder. But before we can seed, right, we have to cultivate, which basically means put loads of holes in that. Our AI worker over there is doing a great job at combine harvesting. There's our seed collection device over there. And here is our ploughing machine, our plough attached to this tractor. So we're going to get ourselves over here now. Enter. What we're going to do is we're going to attach. So now we've got that. That's our plough on the back of our green tractor. And then what you can do is we can move, forward a bit. And then attach the weight on the front. So we're not weighed down on the tractor from the back. And then we can start to plough the field. Right? Good stuff. So, where are we? We want to not only honk the horn, we want to say, right, select the next tool, and we want to lower our cultivator with the V button. And then we're going to start cultivating. All good stuff. And again, you can carry on cultivating yourself if you want to. Get nice lines, or you can hire and spend a bit of money and get an AI worker in to help you out while you go and do other jobs on the farm. I mean, the more precise you are, I think, with driving these machines, the better it is for you. We can go into the cockpit again by pressing C. We can lower the cultivator. And there we are, tractoring away, cultivating the field. How cool is that? And again, H to hire a worker. You can jump out and they'll go away and cultivate that field. Right, brilliant. So next thing we want to do is we want to get our other tractor over here, look, and jump in there. And you see you've got a trailer on the back. Press N. Oh, we haven't attached it. Look at that. Let's go back, back, back. Attach. Q. Brilliant. N. We can open the back. And what we can do here is we can then follow and turn around next to our combine harvester. And driving this thing with a flipping trailer on the back is terrible. Right? It's really tricky. These trailers are not very good. You can roll alongside. There you are, see? And as we're rolling, whoa, see, you don't want to get too far. You want to make sure that you're moving at a different speed. And there goes all your grain, all your wheat. How cool is that? Offloaded from the combine harvester. So that's great. That's filling up. Really nice. And then we can go and sell this at different places around the location of where we are. Right, so we're full up. We're 49% full. We're going to put the cover back on. Now, if you press the escape key, and then the Q key, and then the E key, what we can do, we can go, where is it now? Finances, animals, let's see. Yeah, prices. So we've got wheat. We can select wheat there, and we can find that Gold Crest Valley is by far perhaps the most expensive place we can sell it. Or you can go to the farmer's market and sell it. Completely up to you. So, kind of you want to go looking for the best possible price, but for the easiest one, I think at the moment, you just drive down the road, do it, drop it off, and you get a bit of scratch for yourself, which is fantastic. Now this farmer's market, it's not too far away. All the way over there, I think it is. Animal dealer. It's all the way over here. Sawmill. Let's go over here. What we got? Sawmill and Johnson's Farmer's Market. Great. That's where we're going. We can tag the place. At the bottom there, it's tagged. And it'll be tagged with a nice green column that we can see over in the distance if we drive this way and hold up some traffic. There you are. That's where we're headed to. And while you're learning to get about a bit in your farm material, you can aim for that nice green column. And this is like a visual guide on how to get you over there. So here we are, we're hammering around, enjoying the scenery. We're not, a bit of traffic behind us. Now all the different camera angles we can do here, it really do add to the in-depth of the game. You can get a good look at the old tractors and the machinery. You can hold traffic up. You can go the wrong way down a road. No one's going to stop you. And that's, I think, really is something where there could be some added depth added into the game, to be perfectly honest with you. Why aren't the fuzz pulling you over because you're causing too much hassle by holding up the traffic on a Saturday morning or whenever it is. At the top of the screen, top right, we've got our weather statistics, what time it is, how much money we've got. We can see that some AI workers have completed their task. We're still headed over to Farmers Market. We're being, rubbed off by some guy that looks like they're in a Qashqai or Ford Escape. There's some good effects as well with the graphics. There's obviously like fumes coming out from the back of this tractor, and it's also messing around with the hazing of the lights. With the animal market over there. We're not ready for any animals yet, though. Here we go. All over the place. And then inside the tractor, there we are. Beeping the horn. And then we're off to the farmers market to get about £1,000 per tonne, I think it is. We'll see how much we get when we get in there. And you can see where we're going to drop this grain off. So we're going to slow down. We're going to position ourselves up nice so that the grain silo we load and offload is just about right. We can then switch our camera angle to make sure we're there. Zoom out with the mouse. There you go, we're on. Trailer's on, tractor's off. N to uncover, and I then offloads all your wheat. So nice and simple. Here we go. And look at the pounds going up. You can't quite see it because my logo is in the way. But I had, £4,000 income harvest there. So with that done, cover back on. Let's go. And then we are off back to the farm. I suppose the aim of this game really is to have different farm workers doing the jobs while you're out and about. It's very tempting. You see all these people walking around in what looks like to be business attire down a country path. Who knows? Could be an Amazon warehouse here, there and everywhere. You just don't know what's going on in this town, do you really? And when you're driving around in these big sort of like agricultural machines, it does sort of like feel a hell of a lot different when you jump into your trusty old pickup truck to do something as well. So you can always jump into a car and then rag that about as well within the city limits. See how I proper stop sign mythology there. I stopped and I looked right. And then it's back to the farm. So once we get back to the farm, there's going to be a few other things that we're going to have to do. So we've got some fields that have been cultivated. We've got some fields as well that need to be sown. And then the cycle starts again, and you can buy more equipment, like a fertilizer and all the rest of it. And that generally is, the appeal of the game. This is about the third time I've actually played the game. Really easy to pick up. I had a bit of help as well from some commanders on the stream last night. And they sort of like showed me the way. And there's so much more to learn and what you have to do. And it's a complete difference to what I'm normally playing, which is spaceship games, tactical strategy games, all that sort of stuff. So it is a welcome change. But I have found myself thinking, oh yeah, great. You know, I'll have a go at this. I'll have a go at that. That'll be fantastic. So here we are. We're hammering towards now my farm. That's somebody else's. Those aren't my fields. This is my field over here. You can see he's made a pretty much all right job of what he's doing. We'll stop that. Out of that tractor. We can get into this other cultivator. Jump in there. We can get over to the other field and start a worker cultivating that field while we go and sow some seeds on the other. He's done okay. He's missed a couple of ears of wheat there, look. I think that's going to be too ridiculous, but we can line ourselves up here. Nice and straight. Lower the cultivator. Our cultivator is lowered. Hire a worker. No field found. Ah, right, so, okay, we're on a field. So let's lower it. V. Good. There you go. Can I hire the worker now? No, I can't. Strange stuff, isn't it? So here I am cultivating away. Ploughing around. All good stuff. So what we can do, we can get this out the way. Looks like it's all been done anyway. See, out of there, into the next one. And we can sow some seeds. Now, it will tell you that what you can sow is, we can select that with the Y key. Canola, because of the time of year it is. Right, so we're going to unfold it. X. We are going to turn it on. B. And then we're going to hire worker. And there they are, sowing seeds. And while that's done, we can get off and do other stuff while our worker goes and plants all the seeds there as well. So what it was, that field had already been cultivated. Good stuff. We can then get on with what we're doing. So we're going to jump in that combine harvester, move that out the way. And we're done. You can move that nicely out of the way. Using our mirrors to reverse. We'll put it round by that barn. We don't need that for a while. Hopefully you won't crash too much. And we're out. So that's kind of out of the way there, isn't it? So while they're planting seeds over there, which is great, we can get in here, move that back, move it over onto the next field, V, lower the cultivator, and we can start cultivating away. And again, we can hire a worker to go and do that, so he'll cultivate that field. And so the circle continues. All good stuff. And that effectively is what you need to do to get started in the game and going through the tutorial. It's all about cultivating fields, sowing seeds, and selling it for the highest price at market. I've been Ricardo. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video on how to get started with Farming Simulator 2022. This is very brief, and these are the topics that you generally cover in the Farming Simulator tutorial. Thanks very much for watching. Check out for more streams on this subject and more videos, and I will see you soon.